When playing any Romance of the Three Kingdoms game, I think the scenarios you first play Cao Cao in 194, Sun Surf in 194, and after that, I think everyone gives Liu Bei in 207 a go. Xinyi, one of the worst cities in the game. You are surrounded 6 to 1 against Cao Cao. Cao Cao will attack you almost right away. However, you are given probably the best officers in the game to fight Cao Cao off, along with a series of events that substantially improve your situation. So, if we take a look as to who we're working with, we have Guan Yu, Zhao Yun, Zhang Fei, we have Liu Bei in support, we have Guan Ping in support, we have Zhu Shu in support, we also have a collection of supportive wives which substantially benefit any force you are deploying, especially when they're as good as the one we have here. Looking at Guan Yu, Divine General, this is a smaller version of Cao Cao's trait, it only backs assault and defense. However, Guan Yu by himself is already one of the strongest officers in the game. He has a tactic War God which does AoE damage that rivals the same amount of damage that the single target tactics tend to do. It's not as powerful as Lu Bu's, it's not as powerful as Zhang Fei's, but it is, say, on the same level as Zhao Yun, as Gan Ning, those top tier officers, and it does AoE damage, and it's uniquely powerful. Guan Yu of course has fish formation, arrow formation, and notably he has what I think is the strongest ram unit siege weapon in the game. His traits, Duelist, which is fantastic, always comes in clutch. You might be fighting another unit 1-to-1, Duelist will take place, you'll knock off half their morale as you'll always win a duel, if not kill or capture the officer outright. And then you'll find you'll have a much easier time. The other abilities are so-so, don't particularly care for these too much, but it's all about Duelist, Divine General acting as a supportive unit, War God for clicking a button and wiping out the enemies in one go, and reasonable good formations. The policy is also strengthen armed forces, which is well, if you've watched the Lu Bu video, it can help you get multiple formations up to level 10 if you use this officer either as your ruler or as your strategist. We also have Zhao Yun. If you've watched the Gongsun Sand video, Zhao Yun can win battles for you single-handedly. Another top tier tactic, does high single target damage and AoE disorder. You use this at the right time and you will more or less win any battle that is not substantially against your odds. Discerning means you'll never be affected by status elements, which is fantastic. He has Duelist like Guan Yu. He has Courageous, which means earlier on Zhao Yun will be slightly stronger when deploying 3,000 troops or less. You also have Bodyguard, which means if you're deploying an officer like Liu Bei, like Zhuge Liang, who's at risk of getting caught in a duel, Zhao Yun will step in and most likely win the duel for you. He also has Goose Formation, which means he can play a supporting role if you've got many Fish Formation frontliners, Zhao Yun and Zhang Fei. Also has Chukonu, which allows you to target cities, and this is quite a hard tactic to find manually, so I find this is quite underrated. This can help you snipe cities in certain situations. And of course, Zhang Fei. Zhang Fei's unique trait is Brave General, which means you do not take extra damage, your morale is not suffered when you are surrounded by multiple units. You do however have Reckless and Vicious Drinker, which means Zhang Fei has to be used very situationally. His unique tactic, Enemy of All, does the same amount of damage as Lu Bu's tactic, even if it is single target, so you have to be quite careful when using Zhang Fei. He does have Strength and Arrow level 5, so you also can get very good cavalry units, mostly useful for defense, but and again he has Snake as well, I should worth mentioning, so in the occasional mountainous terrain battle Zhang Fei can shine, but with Strength and Arrow level 5 you can really buff up your cavalry units. And also I should point out Confidants, Liu Bei, Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, Zhao Yun, Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, Liu Bei. Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, Liu Bei of course, Zhao Yun, they're all buddies with each other. And that should take us to Liu Bei. There isn't anything particularly special about Liu Bei from a military point of view. He has Swift, which lets you ignore zone of control, which is situationally helpful if you're on crane formation and you're trying to sweep around and cut people off. Can't be captured, which can be useful, but other than that, his unique tactic I don't really find much of a use for. I give him volley, and the best part of Liu Bei is his confidants. He has Zhao Yun, he has Guan Yu, Zhang Fei of course, and later on, as with the others, he gets Zhuge Liang. So you can stick him in a small goose formation unit, he'll support the other officers, and he'll get quite decent combat stats thanks to the number of confidants. But those are until Zhuge Liang appears, those are our main guys. But worth pointing out, Guan Ping, he has the Ministrant trait, so he acts as a confidant for everyone. He has quite a good unique tactic, which just does a lot of damage with his reasonably high strength. And again, you stick him in support and he'll buff up everyone around him. You don't need to give him a big unit if you're tight for troops. Same with Shu Shu. He has the Cunning trait, which decreases the defense of enemy units. He also has high intelligence and he has disorder. So you give him a small unit, you put him in the back, and he'll just stay there, debuffing the enemy officers. Also, catapults with decent leadership. He doesn't make a bad siege weapon. Zhuge Liang is a better catapults unit because of his higher leadership when he spawns, but you don't get him until later, and you typically want Zhuge Liang in a unit that will let him use his unique tactic, which we'll talk about when he spawns later on. So aside from that, Liu Feng, which is Liu Bei's adopted son, he has the Summoner trait, which allows you to recruit more troops each turn, which will be very, very useful. We have a few of these former bandit buddies that you can get situational use out of them. We have Mishi, supportive and wealthy, which again very helpful early on. We have Xiahou Shi, which is she married to Zhang Fei in this scenario? Yes, so she got Zhang Fei's wife, Mishi. We got Liu Bei's unofficial wife in this scenario, as you can only have one wife at a time, unlike the time period. So she's free to be married off to, say, Zhao Yun to Guan Yu, depending on who you want to buff up. We have Gan Shi as well, which is Liu Bei's current wife. So we've looked at our officers from a combat point of view. If we take a look at administration, we've got Zhao Yun, Fish, we've got Zhang Fei Arrow, we've got Guan Yu strengthened armed forces. Support, we have reorganised military, always want that. Domestics, promote areas, always want that. Personnel, reform expenditures with the Mi clan, saves you a lot of money early on. Schemes, we have research terrains, and we have trickery if we're going to be building up alliances, but we're not really going to be using those at the moment, so I'll leave that as is. We have some slightly unloyal officers. Only Mi Fang needs boosting up at this point. And we have some cores we need to take. So we are going to send out Liu Bei. We are going to send out Liu Hua. And we are going to send out Chao Kang. He's going to go there. He's going to go there. Nope, he's going to go there, so the one will make the most benefit from. He's going to go there. We're not going to be able to develop these cores as they're going to be constant battlegrounds, but capturing those cores and taking over the tiles will give us better combat stats during the many, many battles that will be taking place. So I can either start recruiting on turn 1, or I can appoint my recruitment troops, which I think I'll do so right away. Not Guan Ping, Chen Dao. And that's the first turn done. So sometimes Cao Cao will deploy from turn 1, sometimes he'll just take territories from us, or the surrounding cores, which is what he's looking to do now. But within, say, a month, we will be, getting some action. So Yu Yang, battleground, Point Guan Yu. We just want to maximise these areas out. And yeah, the others, just appointing them as commerce. Other than that, there's an officer we can hire. And there's a few that we can discover. So one thing we don't suffer from in this scenario compared to some of the previous videos we've done is officer quantity. We've got one city and we'll have just over 20 officers by the time we finished recruiting, which is pretty good. So get him recruiting. I would put everyone to commerce as we just want as much gold as possible. Quite often Zhang Fei will deploy for Yundu, which is fine. No one coming from Guan yet, but that will happen not quite imminently, but not far off. And then in these spare turns, don't forget to take off Drill Master when you're at max morale. Don't want to waste the precious gold that we have. We want to keep an eye out for when a merchant spawns, as we are going to run out of food if we're not careful. But just do auto searches. So it looks like Zhang He might be coming from me. Yes, so the AI warning there, someone's deploying for you, usually means that you are going to, well, it does always mean you are being attacked. So I think it's going to be Zhang He and Zhao Yun. And the merchant has spawned already, and with a good price ratio, so we are going to spend all of our precious gold. Not quite. Ooh, how much was that? 30,000. Quite literally all of our precious gold. Other than that, who are we going to deploy? I think I'll use Zhao Yun. So, notably, on veteran difficulty and lower, you do start with one adjudicant, so you can manually activate your tactics. What you can do, you can send out someone like Liu Hua to defend Yundu, but I think I'll have Zhao Yun do it. Other than that, I think I'll wait one more turn. The plan is to let Zhang He get caught up in the mountains, send Zhao Yun along, cut him off, use his unique tactic, beat him that way. So this is an item you can find searching in Xinyi. Not very useful when playing as Liu Bei, but when playing as Liu Biao, it can be very, very helpful to take this and to get Liu Biao the life extension item early on, so you're not on a time limit. Okay, so we're sending out Zhao Yun. I think I will give him arrow formation, lone horseman. Plan is cut them off. And then attack. And I will temporarily put in arrow and strength and armed forces. Oof. Oh, this is going to cost us. Unless I do this. So you can always appoint Guan Yu as your strategist when you're not needing to hire officers. It doesn't really negatively impact you, and that way you can have both good arrow formation and fish formation while remaining in your administration cost limit. And here comes Cao Cao's two-pronged attack. And there's Fu Ren. So Fu Ren was the officer that betrayed Guan Yu alongside, oh, what was his name? Mi Fang, I think. during the coalition against Guan Yu. Okay, so should be easy enough. So I think we'll kill him in one fairly easy attack. As for Zhao Ren, so how we do this, they're going to arrive first, so that we are going to guard the western flank first. So Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, Liu Bei, and our wife. We're using Shihashi, as she will boost Zhang Fei up as they are married. So if I put you to 3000, put you to 3000, War God, enemy of all. Don't really mind. So Guan Yu goes there, Zhang Fei goes behind as he will rush off, Liu Bei goes there, Shihashi goes there. It'll never work out as they always deploy out the city in the wrong order and mismatch and end up in the wrong place, but that's where we want everyone to end up. And keep searching, keep building up that gold, and let's see what happens. Okay, first there's Zhao Yun. In fact, I'm not going to need to do that. I'll just beat him down manually. Oh no, Zhang Fei's in the lead. Come on. Okay, so same effect. We cut off Zhang He, take the core, then retreat. We only lost 600 troops. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay. So this isn't going to go as well I was hoping, but as long as we get alright luck with our unique tactic, it should be okay. So slow this down. There we go. There's Zhao Ren's edge. You might not have had time to process that. 7,000 troops wiped out. And then Zhang Fei there with his very backed up unit. No problem at all. They'll retreat, I think, next turn. And this is unusual. We have Zhu Chang attacking over the mountains from the west flank. This actually makes things considerably easier. I don't usually see this happen. Oh well. Again, let's not waste all of our gold. Build up morale we don't need to build up. Keep searching to find that gold. And clean this up. So they're still coming for us. Interesting. So we'll need to reposition somewhat. Get these guys out of the way. And Zhao Yun will be back in just a little bit. If we look at the casualties we've taken so far, 530 over there, 327, and we've wiped out just over 10,000 of Cao Cao's starting troops. So pretty good ratio so far. And you can do that with Liu Bei because you have these very powerful officers with very, very powerful tactics. He's going to retreat there, realising the battle was lost. Liu Biao's going to give us some gold. Ooh, we're not going to give away our supplies. That's unfortunate. That's okay, he'll die soon. Okay, so he's taking the slow way, and he's still going for us. Okay, so if we group around Liu Bei, and let's deploy Zhao Yun. And I think we'll do it in fish formation, because why not? Sorry, arrow formation cavalry. Give him the mobility to get in position to use his tactic. There goes Zhang Fei. So I just need to get Zhao Yun in position there, I think. Should be okay. And there's the duel taking place from the duelist trait. Captured? No, just injured. Okay. No, I won't really need to do that. So we're taking a bit more casualties here, but nothing that we can't recover from. And with the turn of the year, we start our journey for Zhuge Liang. So, get everyone in position. Oof, we're on fire. We'll often we'll end up taking more damage from that than... Come on, Guan Yu, get in position. Than the actual unit damage itself. And Guan Yu moves over. Okay, okay. Well, that's not quite anything to worry about. Let's get you out of the fire. Will he move over one? Ah, doesn't matter. He's dead anyway. Unfortunately, we're not capturing any of these high value officers, the Saurens, the Shahoduns, as capturing them would let us ransom them, which in turn would let us buy more supplies. As you can see, we've already used 10,000 of the supplies we bought earlier on, but it is what it is. And of course, we're 2 out of 3 through the event chain to getting good old Zhuge Liang. We're not going to trigger this event as it costs us Shu and for no benefit at all. Zhao Yun is wounded. He must have become wounded when he was on fire. Oh well, he's still a fantastic officer even at limited capacity, so... they're not quite ready yet. Oh, come on, get in position. There we are. And there goes Zhang He. And Cao Cao has ceased all attacks against us, so I think in a turn or two we'll have Zhuge Liang. Zhang He will hopefully be captured, and if not, well, it's not the end of the world. We're surviving, so we're at just over 3,000 more troops than we started with, and as we can see, Cao Cao has been not quite exhausted, but he's not in a position to launch another full frontal attack against us. So things are looking very good right now. And here we are. We get both Zhuge Liang and volunteers. So we are now in quite a strong position. Well, apart from our lack of supplies and the fact that Jinyi is a very, very poor city, we're up to 17,000 troops, nearly 18,000. Cao's... Oof. Oof, I've done that again. Cao Cao's surrounding cities are, weaker than ours now. If we weren't surrounded from all sides, we could probably make an attack for Wan. And, if I was being quite ballsy, I probably would. But we'll just follow the chain of events. We now have Zhuge Liang with his pen and sword policy and administration. For the people, and pen and sword are a complete mirror of Cao Cao's pen and sword and Shen Yu's for the people. So this boosts our support, this boosts our domestic, this effectively gives us now level 7 morale. And our military administration suffered a little bit, but far worth it. If we take a look at good old Zhuge Liang here, he is often the best officer in the game, if not the best officer in the game, quite close to it. He has the Sleeping Dragon unique trait. This means that his unique tactic and those disorder and restrain last longer. He can't be affected by traps. He nullifies them when he walks over them. Overall very good. He has the inventive trait, which means he has, in combination with his leadership stat, the strongest tower and catapult unit in the game. He has the attendant trait, which is only shared with Shen Yu, which means that your domestic capabilities, the amount of development that increases each turn is increased further. Underrated trait and actually somewhat helpful in this scenario. And he also has insightful, which is nice. But ultimately what you want him for is this. It's an AoE stun, it decreases the abilities of those that are affected, and it can also be used against cities. So it's, you can't underrate this tactic any more than... it's not possible. This is what makes Zhuge Liang one of the best officers in the game, certainly candidate for the best officer. He of course has 100 intelligence and is now our advisor. The only downside is he doesn't have fish formation, but he has ring, he has crane, he has goose. You can find a way to use him. So he is now, I should say, our strategist. We'll give him a bit of a promotion. Let him command more troops. And we are probably going to skip forward a few turns until the next event fires. I like giving Liu Bei the surprise tactic, unique tactic, well not unique, but learning it, because it has a small disorder effect, and even though volley has AoE, it's not particularly powerful. Okay, looks like Cao Cao has woken up. three-pronged attack. Nope, two-pronged attack. However, this is going to go exactly like it did last time, if not better, as we now have more troops, better officers. So, we leave that be for now, and we're going to... do we make use of Zhuge Liang? Do we highlight him? So, Guan Yu, Zhang Fei. Yeah, why not? Liu Bei. Okay, so surprise attack. Oh god. Enemy of all. Divine stratagems. Oh, ah. Hey, Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, Zhuge Liang. She gone. There we are. This might actually be overkill. Oh, I haven't pointed out Zhuge Liang's confidants, as there is one notable exception. He has Zhao Yun, he has Liu Bei, but does not have Guan Yu, so these two don't directly benefit from each other than Guan Yu's divine general trait. So as the game develops and Guan Yu's children start to spawn, quite often what I like to do is I group Guan Yu with his kids, give them a wife, and then I have Zhuge Liang with his own, Xu Shu, Pang Tong, and then Liu Bei, Zhang Fei, Zhao Yun can do their own thing as well. You can split off that way to multiple fronts while still having very good officers. So, you go there. You go there. You go there. You go there. And then you can just go there. See if that works. Almost. And then the traffic jam happens there as everyone's trying to get into the same square. But this will be okay. Go there. You can wait there. So, oh, are they going for Xinyi itself? In which case, got plenty of troops to spare this time, so who can we send out with Zhao Yun? Those aren't particularly helpful, but if we sent out Xu Chu, he hasn't got anyone either. I'm happy with this, so fish. We'll try something like this. Come on, Zhang Fei. There we are, that's how you use Reckless. And as you can see, Cao Ren is melting. He's taking 1000 damage a tick. What do we have here? Ah. So, this is where events start to take place. The split of Jing province. Oh no, we are now surrounded by Cao Cao. However, we now also have Jiangxia. What that gives us, apart from a new city, a selection of new officers to hire. And it also gives us Ma Liang, Pang Tong, and a few other of Liu Biao's domestic officers. So we're going to get those two. Well, basically, we're going to hire everyone we can. And if we take a quick look at our administration, form expenditure. Oh well, that'll have to do. And then reorganise military. Perfect. So you can start recruiting here. Come on. Oh yes, and there's Pang Tong. So we will send good old Pang Tong over to Xinyi. I'll talk about him if I get a chance to use him later on. And let's watch Cao Ren fall to pieces. And a duel, of course. Perfect, you've captured Cao Ren, that is excellent. And there goes Zhang Fei as he's doing his usual thing. So, Guan Yu can go there, we're going to have to be quite careful here. Just move them all forward ever so gently. Gan Ning's a bit low on loyalty, so we'll give him a promotion. And now, is he here? Yes. So, Pang Tong. He isn't brilliant, but what he does have is provocative, which increases the power of his disorder, and of course it's one of the best tactics in the game. He's also friends with Zhuge Liang and Xu Chu, so you can use them together. Also Zhang Fei, which gets his occasional use, so you can use Zhuge Liang, Zhang Fei and Pang Tong together to reasonable effect. And this also decreases the ability of, well, the potency of enemy tactics. So, given that Pang Tong is a confidant of Xu Chu, we are going to send him along there. He can act as a further buffer for our front line. And we will see here if Zhang He decides to go for us, or if he decides to go for the city. Chain tactics in action. Now he is reckless, so he shouldn't be able to retreat. But we'll see how that goes. The AI likes to cheat. Okay, so you're gonna come for us. Yep, no cheating today. And if we look here, oh, there we go, another duel. So when you have these two duelist officers side by side, constantly in battle, these duels will fire so frequently, and you'll eventually capture officers, kill the occasional one. Ooh. Taking a bit of damage there. So if we look at these two, they're not, you know, incredibly overpowered, but for like mediocre officers, they're doing okay. Now, what have we got here? The Sun Liu Alliance. They're heading towards Chirbi. What will often happen, the AI will do something which will prevent the chain of events actually firing, such as not taking Jiangling, but Cao Cao has done that, fortunately. So this may be a video where we get to see it happening. And that, move them forward, move them forward. Hopefully Shahadun comes for us. And tell you what, let's do something sneaky. Okay, so we're gonna confuse Zhang He, which should hopefully... oh, never mind. Wasn't even necessary. Ah, Zhang Fei. What are you doing? And there's Nanchang captured as well. So, easy as that. You can see we are no longer in immediate danger. Other than Zhang Fei's willingness to disobey orders. Well, this should be okay. Oh, I forgot to appoint. At this point I just delegate. Now, Zhang He is not particularly loyal, so we'll have a good chance of hiring him. Manchang's also a pretty good second tier officer to use, but as Liu Bei you will never ever be that stretched thin of officers that you'll need to use him without some significant blunder taking place. Ah, Guan Yu, late game officer coming out. Well, the assaults are still taking place, and I think if we look at the historic event chain, Zhao Yun's strange plot, the battle. Yeah, so that will be the next one. Early October 2008. So we'll need to wait a few more turns as long as Cao Cao keeps a hold of Jianling. He is going to have a lot of difficulty reinforcing this city because his only supply chain to it is Shangyong. We'll see if we can replicate history. The goal of this video is to get Jing province in its entirety, including Xinyi, including Xianyang, so we want to do what Liu Bei did, but you know, with a little bit of added success on top. So constant little skirmishes, but nothing, like really nothing we can't handle. There, Cao Cao's retreating, he's realised he can't win this anymore. And we are just waiting for the next event to happen, which will hopefully be in a month's time. I think this is it. Zhou Yu's strange plot takes out Cao Cao's navy, Sai Mao and Zhang Yun. And I've actually got some gold now to spare, so we can go ahead and spend a lot of it. Buying supplies back up to 50,000, not extravagant, but enough to do something with. I want to point out at this point, if I wasn't waiting for the events to fire, I could quite easily deploy from Jiangxia, as I am allied to Sun Quan. I could deploy from Jiangxia, take out Jianling, take out Xianyang, and continue my defence at Xinyi. But if the event chain breaks, we'll do that. If not, we're gonna wait for this to happen. And there is the disloyal Zhang He joining our force. We won't use him, but it's good to have him. And Manchang as well. So two very decent officers that will now be joining our side. Oh dear, I have just realised I cannot do the Chirby plot as Pangtong is not. I can't believe I'm going to do this. Ah, God. No, this is ridiculous.
真是难以接受。
And now we can continue on with Chirby. Oh, that was painful to do. That was painful to do. As Pangtong is a good officer to have, it's unlikely he's going to rejoin us after exiling him. If you're playing normally, don't do that, just conquer Jing manually. Notably, banishing Pangtong did not endear me to his friends. The event chain continues, there's Chirby. So, on we go, up until Sun Quan deploys for Jiangling, because he can walk in and take the city. This was the price of losing Pangtong. I am hoping this does not let Sun Quan walk into Jiangling. And I think it might very well do so. I think in 3 more turns I get Jianling for free, if it survives. There we are. And we've got Jianling with a lot of my offers having migrated over. So next we have does Cao Cao have to have? No. Does Cao Cao have to have Xianyang here? No. Does Cao Cao have to have? Nope. Okay. Sadly, Pangtong now works for Cao Cao, which is unfortunate, but we are getting there. So we can take Xiangyang now. Well, we could if our officers were in the right place, which maybe I'll look to next turn. And this is where the snowball will take effect. There's one for us. And then I think this comes next. Ooh. Equal or less to the normal Jinjuan. How do I do that? Shouldn't have accepted his gift.
顺利完成任务。
There we are. Good item find in Jiangling. This is perfect for Zhao Yun. Get his strength that little bit higher. Or you can keep it with Liu Bei,
圆满完成。
as he will use tactics now and then, but I like giving it to Zhao Yun.
请确认一下。
There we are, 2 more. And that's 7 Jing. Not too bad. Few more officers as well. I think there's a supportive wife here. Yes, there is.
我明白了。
And then there is only Changsha left, along with it Guangchong and Wei Yan. 3 more turns. Jiang Wang spawns in Lingling, so it's a good idea to... quite a few officers actually spawn in Lingling. It's a good idea to hire him, as he has the surprisingly helpful... Or Cao Cao.
请确认一下。
The surprisingly helpful when I get to it. Take the initiative. So, once you have the administrative room for it, take the initiative and train engineers will give you level 1 boats, or the first level of upgraded boats, which will be very helpful for when you inevitably come into conflict with Sun Quan. And here we are, the last event for conquering 7 Jing. And of course, with that comes Guangzhong and Wei Yan.
请交给我吧。
So if we have a look at my events here, we have conquered 7 Jing province in its entirety. It is much needed doctrine XP. Still far from levelling up, unfortunately, but now I think if we look at the historic events, we got the marriage of Sun Shang, which will happen when Liu Bei's wife dies. Liu Bei enters Shu is the next event chain, and that won't happen until July 2011, so we have 2 years to get a head start on that. So this is actually going to be most of what the video encompasses, but I think for fun I will take out Xianyang. So we're going to take Xianyang before Cao Cao can take Xinyi. We've emptied Xinyi. I'm going to send some troops over from Jiangxia, but we will be okay. Probably. No, we will most definitely be okay.
那就出发吧。
That's annoying, but nothing we can't handle. Here comes Cao Cao, biggest force yet. Again, annoying, but irrelevant. In fact, I think I'm going to turn Zhao Yun around, just in case that is looking a little scary. But Zhao Yun versus all of that, we'll see how that goes.
请确认。
Oh, that's a very, very big army.
此事请过目。
In fact, I might, as a precaution, take away that and counterattack, counterattack. Yeah, that should be okay.
好吧，我在。
Reckless. Okay, so up the mountains.
出发，遵命。定不如命。
See how that goes for now.
找我吗？请交给我吧。
怎么了？交给我喝酒。好嘞。得势。请遵命。有何贵干？定当不负期待。
See if this will be enough. Oh, the city is melting, and Zhao Yun has been cut off. Okay, thank you for the gold. I'll be needing that to rebuild Guan Yu. Oh, get out of there, get out of there.
请确认一下。
Okay, so he is cut off. But if I can get to lead Dian,
定不如命。
it'll be okay. He needs a title. Any spares? That'll do. In fact, just in case, on Zhang Wei Yan, you get over here.
出发。
So we have Li Yan, Zhang He, Xu Xu. So how am I going to do this? So Xu Xu can go out there. Go out there. And go there.
大家出发。合适。
As for this, that shouldn't be an issue at all. Move these guys forward.
谨遵。怎么了？明白了。
是。请遵命令。
And let's see, you are going to get quite hurt. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Jinyu's getting battered. Oh, this is going to be tough. I think I'm actually going to lose the city.
我有事禀告。遵命。怎么了？
Oh, this is going to be tough. This is going to be very, very tough.
合适。明白了。在这里。我知道了。
Unlike that, which would be easy. Half the durability of Jinyi already gone. Come on, Zhao Yun, this is up to you. I need you to get into position. I need you to get into position. It's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. Oh, we're not going to get there. We're not going to get that. Oh well. That's what I get for being greedy. Oh, god damn. So, your supply line is... Oh, wait, hold on, I can probably fix this. Can't fix that though. We are ending this video on a disaster, unfortunately, but I think we'll still get Xianyang. Where are we?
确认一下。
Oh, maybe not.
请遵命。你有烦恼吗？我明白了。明白了。好啊。好了，好啊。
Maybe not. Who have I lost? Oof. Quite a few people. Not to worry, we can recover. Come on, get out of there, Zhuge Liang. Get out of there. Okay, that's what I needed.
尽在我的掌握之中。下留情，等待指令。此事请过目。好的。交给我吧。你有烦恼吗？请交。哈哈哈。
Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. No, we'll get there. Flawless. All according to plan.
请确认一下。
Okay, so I got tremendously reckless there by not properly defending Xinyi and spreading out my officers, but this is how you get started with Liu Bei. 90,000 troops. We have 7 Jin completely protected and isolated. Shezi is going to want to ally us, and Guan is our ally. We can move into Shu now. It is the middle of 209, so we have 2 years before that event chain takes place. We're in quite a comfortable position. So I'm going to leave this video here. If you want to see more, I'll do a follow-up video, but I think apart from my casual defense of Xinyi there, you can see how you play as Liu Bei. You concentrate your quality officers together, you win defensive battle after defensive battle, 10 to 1 odds almost, and then once fate turns in your favour, the event chains take place, you go on the offensive. So hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, slight change of plan. The video isn't ending yet. Do not close the video. We are going to take back Xinyi. We are going to rescue our officers. I gave it some thought and I couldn't end it here. So I'm going to jiggle some troops around, reinforce Xianyang, and we are both going to show off Zhuge Liang's capability and take back Xinyi, hopefully before we lose all of our officers to Cao Cao. So, Cao Cao is deploying for Jiangxia via Xinyi, which is absolutely okay by myself. This time, however, I am going to prepare. So, first of all, Zhu Shu and Li Yan, slightly wounded, no, because he's wounded I'll leave him be. So Zhu Shu, I am going to build myself some stone soldiers. This will slow down Cao Cao. Won't stop him, but will slow him down. Meanwhile, I am building up an aggressive force in Xianyang to finish him off. Next turn, we're going to deploy. I'm hoping Cao Cao will turn around. I did want a nice big showdown with Cao Cao to properly end the video on. But if he won't give it to me, he won't give it to me. Get this morale up in the meanwhile as well. Ooh, not from you. Yeah, better. And this will be it, I think. Got our wives, got Liu Bei, Guan Yu, Zhao Yun, Zhang Fei, Zhuge Liang. So if I max you out, no. this should be okay. Got one more turn, I need to get my boats back in position. So goodbye herbal medicine, hello train engineers. Okay, so next turn we'll deploy, and we'll hope Jiansha can hold out in the meanwhile. So I'm trying to shepherd them towards Jinling here. However, let's see how it goes. I'm going to just continue to scatter around fire traps here and there. In fact, I might be able to build another one of these. Yes, I can. See if I can split the Wei forces while I get ready to attack Xinyi. This time, I can say with confidence I am not going to gain one city by losing another. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Not good, not good. No coalition with Cao Cao, we're doing this our way. And I false info. Yes. Going to retreat just a little. And have I got anyone I can use? Yeah, that'll do. Okay, okay. I really was hoping that Cao Cao was going to turn around once he saw what we had heading towards Xinyi, but it looks like he might not be doing that. Nice, excellent, more gold. There we are, looks like it's working. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. But I think we are otherwise good to go. I just realised I didn't unpause. Okay, so this is doing okay. No issues at all there. In fact, if I'm going to be a bit overconfident, should I? Yes, certainly, why not? We're going to send out Xu Chu to finish the surround. They're still quite strong even when cut off, so we have to be a bit careful, but we'll be okay. As for Xinyi, I don't think it'll hold out too long, even as a medium city. Oof. Zhang Fei of Yan. Here come the reinforcements, but just a little too late. Set fire to the city, speed the process up.
知道了。
什么事？我知道了。
So they're at 880, 872, but when I get... There's Xing Yi gone. I get all my old officers back as well. Takes 200-300 off their defense. I go scanning. Rank up. Finally. So I get now 2 manual activated tactics available right at the end. Conquered Northern Jing province. And conquered Jingchu in its entirety. So we've jumped from level 1 almost to level 4 immediately. So what do we want to do with this? We don't need more boats. Fish, fish. So I will be using goose quite a lot, so I'll go with that. And have we got reorganized military? No, so we don't need that. Domestics. Go with that. I'll keep the slot open in case... No. Let's max out battle. So crane. A lot of cranes, and we do have Liu Bei who's able to use cranes, so that's worth keeping in mind. Have we got any more fish? Nope. Okay, 1 over. Don't need that. So we now have fish level 10, goose level 7. This will give us a good old chunk. And all the gold of Xing Yi. So, make use of that new goose we've just benefited from. Get you out there. Move you over there. And I think I'll move you over there as well. So just to demonstrate the cleaner, 1198, is that going to go up immediately? No, yep, 200 more. So they're going to retreat. And Yue Chen is going to die. And Xing Yi once again is ours. And all those officers that were trapped with Cao Cao are now back in the fold. So you can go attack him, apart from Zhao Yun, who can take that and then retreat back into Xing Yi. Ah no, he's escaped. Well, he hasn't really got anywhere to escape to, so how about... we cut it up. Sauron, is he going to have enough morale to get over the mountains? Yeah, just about. So, I'm going to finish him off. A little bit of gold. Not let him escape. Casual 10k damage. Oh, look at that! Look at that. Okay, we got some more action still left. And a good old surround and conquer. So, Sauron, we will graciously let him retreat. Whereas I think... we make our way for there. So everyone can get back inside. now also in the position where we can send some gold over to Jiangxia so we can start recruiting again.
即刻出发！
And I think we probably have an abundance of officers all of a sudden. Xu Huang and Yu Jin heading for Xianyang. Not terribly unlikely enough. Oh no, he's cut off because he's still being supplied from Xianyang.
请下令吧，
How awkward.
定不如命。
Okay, so I think we get rid of, let's say, the goose for now and the fish, and we get to narrow in there. Any more arrows? No. Okay. So that will give us arrow level 7,
好的，
and with that, Guan Yu, Zhang Fei. Yeah, you'll be fine with that. 8,000 each. Oh, and I'll bring the wife along, just in case.
关羽来也！
And what about you? What about you? Okay, we just hold up. In there. Okay, let's try something I don't really do ever. Liu Bei and Zhuge Liang in crane formation to try and... oh, no. He's actually going for the city. Okay. Well, we're going to surround him and then
请确认一下
probably lower his morale until he dies.
有什么事吗？谨遵命令。你找我吗？
That should be okay.
请交给我吧。
Whereas for these guys... probably a bit less than okay.
好嘞。反战者，以正和，其胜。
Nah, he's not going to last very long. Still no coalition though.
行道是以人为本。
And that is Xianyang saved.
请确认一下。
So you two attack, retreat into the city.
合适。好的。
是，我知道了。
怎么了？吃饭。
And you go there.
好的。
Gosh, they're still doing quite a bit of damage to the city despite this. Oof.
此事请过目。发动猛攻。
Makes me a bit uncomfortable.
明白了。
是，我知道了。
We'll be okay. So you'll be okay there. You're okay there. Bit short of officers now.
谨遵命令。
6, 6, 5, 4. Okay, this should hurt them. Eugene, 4,000. Oh, I really would have liked to have captured him. But Zhu Huang, not a bad prize. No. It's not over yet.
请确认一下。 明白了。
Okay, so We got Fu Ren, Fu Tong, Li Yan, Li Hua.
现在出发。
Okay, not the A team by any means. Looks like Cao Cao's best officers are not here either. These best officers are very spread out. Okay, so
好的。
where is Guan Ping?
走吧。
Ah, that's silly. Okay, back we go.
走吧。
有使者到访。
He wants who back? No. We're keeping Xu Huang. He works well with Guan Yu. Okay. Okay, bit of a mess. Ooh, don't move into that.
此事请过目。
Actually, not the end of the world.
交给我吧。喝酒。好嘞。
Okay, so I'm going to want to play this very, very slowly.
有什么问题吗？我知道了。
So, divine stratagems.
坚持下去。一切尽在我的掌握之中。
And now, we should melt those. In fact, no, won't need to do that.
这是。你说什么？
Okay,
请确认一下。
time to pivot around. So,
得势。遵命。哈哈哈。你有烦恼吗？谨遵。
我在这里。谨遵命令。
好吧。
have I got anyone else? Yeah, the wife. So you can go over, support Zhang Fei.
即刻出发。
Gonna need more
交给我
troops.
吧。当然可以。
And we're stabilizing. Zhang Fei will be... Yes. Needed that.
喂喂，已经结束了吗？
So Zhang Fei's brave general will come in somewhat clutch here. And he hit the right tactic against the right person as well, that helps. Oh, protect the wife. Okay, and... Yes. Okay. Wipe out Yu Jin.
长枪，驰骋战场。
Still no coalition.
我有
The
事
reason I'm not selecting a coalition in this scenario is we'd be looking to move over onto Shu, which we wouldn't be able to do if we were in a coalition together. So,
好吧。
有何贵干？谨遵命。
moving forward.
谨遵命令。
I think we should be okay now. And you know what? We're not terribly far off the 211. Will they enter shoot? Yeah, July 211. A year away. And we haven't taken Yong'an yet. Okay, he's gone. He's escaped. And they're dead. And that's it.
我有事禀告。
Okay, I'll move everyone back into the city to stabilize, but I'll check in two moments what we can do, who we can hire, how we can recover. No more war, and the alliance with Sun Quan is about to expire, so absolute first priority. Oh dear. Okay, gold. This is going to be very expensive. Can I buy this? Okay. Terribly expensive, but we're going to buy a 2-year alliance. We're going to hire Zhu Huang. Okay, well, we're not going to hire anyone else right at this moment. But we're going to get Zhu Huang, who is another one of Guan Yu's many associates. But, you know, this is it, more or less. I will pause back in a turn or two just to highlight the position we're in now. And that's one problem taken care of for at least 2 years.
我有事禀告。
So, this is where we are now. We have most of Jing province apart from 2 territories there. We have security. 7 Jing is ours. It's even if we don't have enough troops to fully build it up, it is self-sufficient to the extent that it can supply our front lines. We have enough troops to secure Xinyi's defense and our soon-to-be offense into Shu province. So I think this is very much a good place to leave it off. Sun Quan's holding his own. Cao Cao's not able to push into Lujiang, which is great for the alliance. Ooh, even there's part of his A-team. Even Jian Yi itself is under threat, but Cao Cao's not going to be able to take it. Very unrealistic. So what we would do from here, as I've mentioned before, take Yong'an, begin the offensive into Shu province. There are plenty of officers here that would be yours for the taking. There are a few events that help you with this. For example, we have Liu Bei into Shu, which you know, gives us a few officers, gives us a foothold into Shu, but it doesn't really give us more beyond that, so we'd have to do most of the manual work ourselves. However, I can do that in the part 2 if there's enough demand for it. If not, I'll leave it as is now, so I think this gives you a very good idea as how to play Liu Bei in this scenario. Hope you've enjoyed the video. This will definitely not be a fake out now. And if you have any feedback, comments, suggestions, by all means leave them in the comments, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video.